Top of the top, beautiful humans. It is Tuesday or Wednesday, I'm not sure. And I am in Pleasant Hill. And right now, we're about to go to Rooted. Me and this guy. Me and this beautiful little pooch. We're about to go to Rooted Coffee. This is a dope spot. They have a lot of vegan options. And the people are cool. The environment is dope. And yeah, let's get it. I like that they have the outdoor area out here, like it would be inside, and they have the nice little vibes out here. They got the heaters, the lights, the covers, the plants, the music. This is vibes, you know what I mean? Check them out. They are in Pleasant Hill. I believe they're also in Berkeley too. All right, first sip cam, first sip cam. Oh my God. Oh my God. I got the churro latte, oat milk, 12 ounce. Oh my God. Fire. Bruh. Fire. All right, now that we got our coffee, back on the road, we are headed to Berkeley, going on a hike.
It was war, said you'd show me what's in store. I hope it's not for sure. Can you open up the door? Did you take my love away? It's worth the past for all this, 'cause I need you. Oh, I need you. Oh, I need you. I'm calling a truce. I'm not been mad at you. Calling a truce. After all that we've been through.
So we are at Tilden Regional Park. Me and Dakota. Dakota and I. I love it like this. I love overcast. Like I'm weird. Like I love the winter. I love this fog. It's just a vibe, yo. It's just, I need to get me some hiking boots. I don't know why I'm wearing Yeezys. Yeah, didn't think that through. But you know, we out here anywho. But I just kind of wanted to talk about a theme that has been recurring in my life lately, which is trusting and letting go. And just, you know, it's easy to say, you know, you trust life, but like truly letting go and trusting even when things get, you know, bad, and you're struggling and you don't know how you gonna make it, and you know, situations like, you know, you lost a job, broke up with a partner, you know, life-changing things, death, like, you know, one of the most cliche things that we may hear and we may even say is that everything happens for a reason. And while that's true, you could drive yourself crazy like looking for that reason, you know. And for me personally, I simplified that by basically saying that, like, another version of that, and basically it wouldn't have happened if it shouldn't have happened, if it wasn't meant to happen, then it wouldn't have happened. So obviously the thing happened, whatever event we're talking about, it happened. So we can't say, oh, things that trip us up and get us like mentally in that space is thoughts like it shouldn't have happened. I wish it never happened. It shouldn't have happened that way. Obviously, it happened that way. It is what it is, and you can't change it, you know. And one of the steps of letting go is realizing that however tragic or bad or negative you may perceive something that happened in your life, ultimately it was for you. And if you can find perspective, which is key, then you can find the silver lining. And I mean in any situation, like there's always something to be gained, learned, even unlearned in every major event, even minute events in our life, you know. And there's two ways to go about things that we perceive as bad, negative, tragic, things that we think shouldn't have happened. There's two ways to go about after it. It's to become the victim and become burdened with the stories that come with victimizing yourself and limiting yourself and blaming that situation or other people on your current circumstance. Or you can choose to use the experience, learn from it, become better, and then ultimately help other people go through what you went through. I've lived a very, I feel like we all live hard lives, you know, no matter how you perceive it. You know, people think that rich people, growing up rich is, you know, would be solve all their problems, when I've talked to rich people and they go through it too. They have different problems. And no matter what side of the coin you go through, there's going to be struggle, trials, tribulations, you know. And it's all perspective, you know. But whatever that we perceive, and I feel like this is the route that is more empowering. The second option is to really take these experiences, take your life experience. Some people take all the bad things that happen to them in their lives, and they become this big ball of bitterness, anger, and, you know, it's one of those things where it's like, what do you want to do? It's like, I don't judge either way. Hold on, I gotta make sure I'm not getting lost out here. I think I'm supposed to go this way. You know, you can take you can, and you've probably met these people who've just taken I almost became one of those people. One of those people like who have taken all their negative experiences and just have become, you know, bitter and mad and angry and jaded. And it's really not a way to live, you know. It's not living, because you start to see people through this lens, this filter. And I want to say 99.7% of the time, it's wrong. So it's true. Things like, you know, all these situations, they hurt. They scarred me, you know. But I made the conscious choice to become better instead of becoming bitter. You know, I used to look at the sky and say, why me? Why are you doing this to me? And then I started appreciating these things because I started understanding that this is building character. It's almost like a superpower because, and this is not to brag or anything, I've been through a whole lot of stuff that I know a lot of people in my life would have folded, would have buckled, would have, you know, wouldn't have been who I am today, you know, because I chose to not let these circumstances, these situations make me a worse person, but I allowed them to show me a path to become a better me, a more evolved version of myself, you know, and to circle it back to where I started. Letting go is truly releasing all the resentment from your past, from your history, your personal story that you carry around, all these stories, you know. It's letting that go, letting the story go. Like, you know how they say you can't go back and change time? You actually can. And this is a way that you can, by changing your perspective. I used to tell the story that I was, all this like this negative, just like victimhood, like this happened to me and this is why, da 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 da. And now I'm in the space of, I truly can understand why I went through what I went through and the lessons gained, the character traits learned, gained, and how those experiences that at the time felt like punishment were actually providing me with, they were those experiences that I once looked at like as were negative or bad, were actually providing me with this almost, I don't know how to put it into words, but almost this sense of strength, resilience, you know, and confidence. And that comes from going from being a victim to realizing that ultimately all the choices that I've made have led me up to where I am right now. It wasn't up to, I didn't have no say-so over the family that I was born into, those circumstances, but I'm talking about as an adult. Every choice that I've made has led me into my circumstances and situations. And I take full responsibility and accountability. I used to be one of those motherfuckers that would blame the system and blame racism, you know, when I got locked up. And it's like, no, I broke the law, I got caught, and I had to pay the consequences. There's nothing else to it than that. It don't matter that I was black. It don't matter about any of that. I broke the law, I got caught, and I served my time. There's nothing more to it. That doesn't mean that, oh, because I was black and I had dreadlocks. None of that. It's plain and simple, you know. But that realization comes from making the switch from victimhood to empowerment. You know, there's truly nothing that you cannot do. You just have to wake up and realize it, and realize that you are not the story in your head. You're the person, you're the being that's listening to that story. So if you're observing the story, you must not be the story. Play that back about 3 or 4 times until it lands. A lot of people are controlled by their minds. A lot of people, it's you know, the spiritual talk is ego, but it's the mind, it's the mental program that is installed into who you are. Your knee-jerk reactions, those stories that have become you. And once you learn how to separate yourself from that story, from the hurt, from the trauma, from the pain, and you learn to love your experience, your history, and learn how to love everything when you learn how to love the people who even hurt you, that's when you're starting to get to another level. When you start to appreciate those experiences, the people that came into your life that hurt you, that's when it gets real. And you know you're getting somewhere. Because you see that there's beauty in it all. And there's nothing out of place. No matter what your mind is telling you, there's a balance in this world, in this universe. Good. You wouldn't know what good was without bad. You wouldn't know what positive was without negative. There's a balance. And people are trying to fight against that balance to make it imbalanced and wonder why they are imbalanced. But once you let go and accept what is, life is beautiful. Life is fucking beautiful.